Hi everybody, welcome to day 25 of the Guardian Angel Messages and Light Language Activations. This one is very much bringing through some energies from the 1111 portal on the 29th of November, and it follows on from the full moon in Gemini transmission from the weekend, which were just a few days apart actually. It's very much about moving up another level of the ascension, preparing yourself, your vehicle to do so, getting clear about the way forward and getting your energy right in order to really make that transition and bring your soul-led gifts into the world in a tangible way and in an abundant way that serves not just yourself for a very happy, abundant lifestyle, but also those around you. And being in the right state to receive those resources that you need to do so. Resource can be in the form of your own processes within yourself, as well as what other people on the ground offer you, as well as your angels and guides and higher senses. So the structure of this transmission is that I will introduce you to the two angels that are guiding us through this and assisting us. Then we'll look at the themes they brought in through the cards, and then we will go ahead with the healing transmission where you'll receive light codes and activations. And so here we go. So the first angel is Haziel, pronounced Eziel, the God of Mercy, dates of May 1 to 5, sign of Taurus, and choir of cherubim. Universal love and divine mercy, purity of childhood, goodness that absolves all evil, moral fibre and nobility, good faith, trust, generosity and sincerity, transforming negativity, protection against envy, friendship and affection, wish fulfillment, promises and commitment, forgiveness and reconciliation, sympathy. So to me, this is really, really connected to the previous transmission, where we were really bringing in that wish fulfillment, that evidence and tangibility of those soul-called desires and resources that lay the foundation and give us the flexibility, freedom and ability to move forward on those soul-led processes, gifts, healings and services that we're doing here in the world, enabling us to take our place in the jigsaw puzzle as a piece that fits perfectly in the bigger picture. So the other angel that's come in to work together with Eziel is the God of Wisdom, Nutahe, the sign of Leo, choir of thrones, dates of July 23 to 27. Esoteric disciplines, wisdom and love of study, protection from the forces of evil, good health, understanding of the notion of time, discovery of the hidden mysteries of creation, visions and revelations from dreams, meditation, peace, solitude and silence, magic used only for good purposes, desires for the well-being of others, and spiritual charisma. So the way I see these two working together, and it's very much connected to the energies I've been feeling coming in with my friend and colleague Delphia this week. We've been really feeling these energies of really bringing that love and presence into all challenges for the highest outcomes, moving you onto the highest timelines, and really grounding those soul-called or soul-led lifestyles, life purposes, endeavours. and really protection from anything that's in the way, whether that's, here it's called evil, but it's also any self-sabotage, sabotage from others, or any programs that are running that are getting in the way of you stepping into that higher path, the abundance matrix rather than the lack matrix. And the cards that are coming through with this are Ascension Lift, again very connected to the previous transmission, where that's all about doing your self-work to clear any obstacles that are in the way of you being open to harness the opportunities that are lifting you higher and lifting you into the higher timeline. So this is getting prepared. Prepare your body. Really listen to your body, listen to your soul, listen to your emotions. Clear anything that's causing any blocks to you being able to step into the elevator that's raising you higher on the ascension path and higher into your highest purpose and highest timeline. The other card here, the Chalice, Priestess of Activations, is also very much about doing that and about making sure that you're staying very focused and very clear and having clear boundaries, that you're not letting your own emotions get in the way, that you're not letting reactions to others get in the way of your purpose and of your path, and of you really shifting into an abundant, fulfilled way of life. Because when you are abundant and fulfilled, your cup is overflowing. So what you create in the world comes from already being full, already being joyful, already being abundant, and then sharing that with the world, which is a completely different energy to trying to get to abundance through lack. And then the last card, the Origins of Light, the Strength card. This is a major arcana card, also connected to the sign of Leo, and Leo is the king. It's about bringing that love down into the real world to work with challenges from higher vibration. The cards are all very interrelated to each other, very related to the angels that are coming to bring this transmission through, and also very related to the last transmission. So the last transmission was for the full moon, and right on the back of the full moon we've just had another 1111 portal on the 29th of November. And Delphia and myself had a really huge activation that is exactly bringing in the codes for what's on the table here with these cards and that these angels are helping to assist with. So we have grounded those codes, and you will receive those through this transmission. So I'm going to just quickly read you a little bit from these cards, and then we will start the healing part, channeling part. So Ascension Lift. Choosing this card indicates it's time to prepare for rapid spiritual growth. When you're climbing stairs, your progress may feel slow, sometimes laborious. Now, however, you have the opportunity to take the lift. When you're undergoing a growth spurt like this, you need to look after yourself properly. Eat and drink in a way that sustains your physical body. Scan your emotional life and sort out anything that might prevent you from seizing this opportunity. Finally, ensure your thoughts and beliefs are supportive of your spiritual advancement and happiness. Change any that do not assist your progress. If you signed up for a car or a bicycle race, you would ensure that your vehicle was in good condition. Your physical, emotional, mental and spiritual bodies need to be prepared in the same way. When you're ready, your unicorn suggests that you sit quietly. Then angels and unicorns can touch you with ascension activations that will accelerate your spiritual journey. The Strength card, I'm going to read that next. Get the job done swiftly so you can have more time and space for softness. Both efficiency and receptivity are essential, and sometimes boundaries are necessary to keep the balance. This card denotes directness and getting straight to the point without getting caught up in emotions, yet there's also a kindness that comes with this firmness. It combines intellect and unbiased logic with flexibility and openness. The action encouraged here is for the greater good of those around you. However, in the process, you may need to be harder and uncompassionate at times rather than getting caught up in sentimental or emotional distractions. With this card, clarity and focus are prioritised, where working out the components of a situation allows a better sense of things and gets straight to the heart of the matter. The chalice grants you access to information, so reliable advice can be given as needed, and things can be implemented to resolve and improve a situation. There's also an energy of truthfulness and sharp perception. Here there is intuitiveness, knowing when something is unaligned. Boundaries are asserted as they need to be, and there is respect around this from others. There may be a bit of a tough exterior, but it's coupled with a softer side when the moments allow. The love language of this priestess is different from the other, more nurturing priestess cards. However, she has everyone's best interests at heart. She's asking you to implement some of her archetypal traits concerning the present situation. Raw emotion may be clouding your vision, which requires clarity of mind. Perhaps you're concerned about not hurting others and then being unclear with them on something. It could also be that you are giving too much of your power away, hoping to appease others somehow and draining your vital energy in the process. This card may also be cautioning you not to become overly hardened. It's one thing if there is a task that needs completing, but if you're noticing this impact on your close relationships with others and yourself, it may be time to allow some gentleness. So it's really also the 70% of this card is a masculine blue and 30% is a feminine pink. And it's really about bringing that flow in to the container of the masculine. So it's about really using the tools at your disposal to find the most efficient path forward, moderating with your common sense and your logic what is an emotional reaction that is not productive, that needs to be worked with and cleared and transmuted and validated and moved out to enable you to get on with the job at hand that's for the greater good. It's about eliminating all of the unnecessary tasks, anything that on a practical level is holding you back and holding you from getting the job done efficiently and easily. It taking time to find the right tools that make the job quicker and easier for you and get to a much more easeful outcome. That was the chalice. So now we're looking at the strength card. Theme for integration. Connect to the inner strength of your spirit and face challenges with courage. The teaching here is of inner strength. When you connect with your spirit to overcome any obstacle, the stamina and persistence you need are sourced from your commitment to something profound and divine. Quiet composure, calm patience are combined with personal power and deep inner confidence to walk through the metaphorical fire, even if it seems a bit scary. This archetype may be called in for your current situation or as a solid supporter for someone else going through challenges. If you do not feel you have these capabilities, this card inspires you to find that sun inside yourself, encouraging you to persevere. It calls you to lead without excessive force. So again, this is emphasizing compassion and gentleness, bringing that in to the challenges through an inner strength. Both cards contain an inner strength and clear boundaries, but with an open heart and an intention for the greater good. Discover tools that support you to call on what you know, restore balance with ease, and help you to re-energize. Perhaps expand your repertoire and explore new methods of strengthening your inner core to help maintain inner calm and a peaceful exterior in times of challenge. Avoid anything that suppresses your true nature, as this will only take you further away from what you're cultivating. Add meditation practices or other means of finding your center. Accessing more of your life force energy will help you maintain the strength and confidence required to overcome this challenge. Know that any extra time it takes to succeed will afford you more energy and efficiency, and in turn gift you back more than you had to begin with. So the other thing I'd like to add here is that in our transmission yesterday, which really anchored a higher timeline into the earth grids and into embodiment, which enabled that soul-led part to be able to be heard at a much more grounded level, and for it to be able to have effect at a much more grounded level, where when it's really coming through embodiment, through your embodied voice, others can hear it in a whole new way and they can access it in a whole new way. And the message that came through was also that when you are creating from the consciousness of being an underling, you create lack. And when you are creating as a master, and that means mastering your emotions and having the confidence and understanding of your abilities and your deservedness, and really being able to stand in that and hold that vibration and that field on the ground in your day-to-day life, then you create from the abundance matrix, and what the same amount of effort or even less effort creates much more successful outcomes that reach the audience, or the outcomes much more efficiently and easily, as the pathway in front of you appears much more clearly and tangibly from that energetic space and understanding. Atatati takakatati takakatoko. Akatatati takakatotoko. So there was a couple of other cards that came in. These came in on the 1111 portal yesterday. One was partnership. This is from the Abundance Angels deck, and it really, the colours and the proportion of the colours really match very much the Ascension Lift card, which is about getting prepared for your rapid spiritual growth, to step into that mastery and being ready to really receive those opportunities that are there in that space for you. And the message with that card is, allow healthful, supportive partnerships into your personal life and career, and both parties benefit as a result. You're receiving help from heaven and from a person who brings needed skills and resources. So again, this is really, standing in what's guided for you, and doing it your way, of course, in your uniqueness, in your authenticity, but also being receptive to those around you that can support you with the resources and skills. And these are these opportunities that are coming in, is the resources that are available for you to embrace. But you won't even see them or embrace them if you're still coming from that underlying lack consciousness. So as these codes come in today from this healing, they're likely to bring up those things that are blocking or that are in the way for you to become aware of and to work with and to clear. This should also help clear them. And you're also partnering with your higher self, your guides and your angels. So look out for those partnerships on the ground, where you're have the opportunities to receive, but also Make sure you're consciously partnering with your higher self and your guides and your angels. The other card that comes up, and these colours are similar to the other two cards, which are more about bringing that inspiration into the real world in an efficient and strong and way with clear boundaries and clear direction and clear focus. And this is obstacles and blocks are lifted. So we've got the ascension lift, we're getting in the elevator, we're going up, and then we've got the blocks are lifted out of your field. All your good personal work and your positive energy shift have overcome previous obstacles and blocks are lifted away. You will now experience progress and forward movement with your projects. Stay centered in gratitude to ensure that your flow of abundance continues. Atatati takatati takakata tokoko. Akatatati takakato tokoko. Akatatati takakakako. So what I'm seeing birds. I'm seeing colourful, rainbow-coloured birds, like in the Ascension Lift card, the rainbow. I'm seeing rainbow colours, and I'm feeling a throat chakra activation and a solar plexus activation, and I'm seeing birds all at once, all taking flight suddenly from the ground. In a similar way to if, there's a sudden noise and all the birds that are eating their seeds and things on the ground all suddenly take off and very rapidly. Akatatati takakato tokoko. Akatatati takakato tokoko. Akatati takakati takakato tokoko tokoko. Akatatati takakati takakatoko. Akatati takakatoko. Akatati takakatati takatotoko. Akatatati takakatoko. Akatatatata. There's a really big releasing through the diaphragm. This is where we hold a lot of tension and a lot of stress from things in the past that have traumatized us or disappointed us or thwarted us. All our worries and stresses can cause tension there. Shock, any shock. I'm feeling a relaxing of a shield across the sternum, so that's becoming much more fluid and transparent and permeable. Actually, if I look at the strength card, the origins of light, it's that area that's lit up on her chest. Just, it's heart chakra, but it's just above. I feel a strengthening of the spine behind the heart. Akatatati takaka toko toko koko akatatata. Akatatati takaka tita kakaka toko. Akatatati takaka tatatata atatata. Akatatati takaka. Akatatati takaka toko koko toko koko toko. Strengthening of your tailbone and sacrum. Akatatati takaka toko koko. Akatatatata, akatatako. Akatatati takakatoko toko to akatatata. Akatatati takakatoko to atatata. Akatatata. Akatatatati takakako. Akatatata. Akatatatata. Akatatatata tita tatita kakatita kakatotototototototo. There's a relaxing of the jaw, another place we hold tension. Akatatatata. So we're really releasing the tension in the system to allow that receptivity that you need to have to be able to surrender all of those stresses, those tensions, those worries, those fears, those past experiences, so that you can be unburdened and lightened, and then move up rapidly on the ascension path. Atatatita-kaka. Akatatita-tatita-kaka-tatata-tita-kaka-to-ko-ko. Akatatatita-ta. Really big breathing in of the light. Atatatata, and the love. Atata, I'm seeing gold and pink and diamond light. Atatatita-kaka-to-to-ko-to-to-to-to-ko-ko. Akatatata. Akatatata-tita-to-ko-to-to-to-to-to-to-to-to-to-to-to. Atatata-tita-ta-ka-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Akatata-tita-ta-ta-tita-ka-ko-ko-ko-ko. I'm feeling a real opening of the body through the base chakra, through the pelvis and the base chakra. Akatata-tita-ta-ta-tita-ka-ka-ta-ta-to-ko-ko-ko. Akatati-ta-ta-tita-ta-to-ko-ko-ko-ko-ko. Akatata-tita-ka-ta-tita-ka-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Akatata-to-to-to-to. Akatata-ta-ta-tita-ka-ka-ka. Current activation of the throat chakra and the soul seat chakra, the heart chakra. Atatatata. Atatatata-tita-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-to-ko-ko-ko-ko-ko. The soul star chakra above the head, the pineal, the crown chakra. Akatata-ta-ta-ta-ta. Akatata-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. The back of the sacral, the sacrum. Akatata-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Ato-to-to-to-to-to-to-to-to-to-to. Ata-ta-ta-ta-ta. Ata-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Feeling the temporal lobes and the empathic centers near the temples in the brain. Ata-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Really opening, really clearing out that emotion that's protecting you, that's overly protecting you. Ata-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. And moderating it. Ata-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Ata-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. It's realigning those temporal lobes where emotion, the emotional centers of the brain, is aligning them to the higher timeline and the higher mission, the higher purpose that you're bringing through on the ascended timeline. Ata-ta-ta-ta. In the abundance matrix. Ata-ta-ta-ta-ta-ta-tita-ka-ta-ta-ta-ta-tita-ka-ka-ka. Ata-ta-tita-ka-ka-ka-to-ko-ko-ko-ko. Akata-ta-ta. Akata-ta-ta-tita-ka-ka-to-to-to-to-to-to-ko-to-ko-to-ko. Akata-ta-ta-tita-ka-to-to-ko-ko-ko-ko. Akata-ta-ta-tita-ka-ka-ka-to-ko-ko. Akata-ta-ta-tita-ka-ka-ka-to-ko-ko. Akata-ta-ta-tita-ka-ka. So there's a crystalline light now moving through from, so on this spread I can see it coming through this crystal lotus flower, down through the strength card. There's a crystalline light moving down through the body and down into the center of the earth, and I'm seeing that also moving down through this selenite crystal and grounding. Atatatatita-kaka. Akatatatita-kaka-to-to-ko-to-ko-ko-ko-ko-ko. Akatatata. 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 And I'm being shown the Ascension Lift card now, so as you can see that unicorn also has that same energy, connecting it to the rainbow above and moving through this its center and uplifting. Atatatatata-tita-kaka. So I'm feeling that lifting movement now. Akatatatita-kaka-to-to-ko-to-to-to-tita-kaka-ta-ta-ta. Akatatata tita kakato toko koto toko 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 koko. Akatatata tita kaka toko koko. Akatatata. So they're highlighting the sound in the Ascension Lift card of ascension. So what they're saying is pay attention to your senses, to your physical senses of touch, smell, sound, sight, and what you receive through those, but also your higher perceptions, claircognizance, clairaudience, your psychic smell, psychic taste. All of those things are giving you information to help you navigate your way forward on the ascended pathway. These are your navigational equipment, that they give you information and they show you the roadmap of how to bring in those more efficient, more direct, easier, cleaner ways where the resources are provided and you have the tools you need on the ground. Atata tita kakata tita kakato tokoko. Akatata tita kakatita kakato tokoko. Akatata tita kakakata tata. Akatata tita kakatita kakatoko. Akatata tita tatita tatato koko 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 koko. Okay, so I'm feeling it's like a motor. It's a technology in your base chakra. And it's sitting there dormant and you're being invited to switch it on. Only you have the on switch for your own ascension motor, your own abundance motor. Okay, I'm feeling some of you accept that that choice to switch that on. Feeling it connecting to the heart, the throat, the crown, there's the motor starting. Now there's a secondary motor starting in the crown chakra. And that is the motor that lifts. So they're getting into a cyclical rhythm. It's like changing gears. You're going up a gear. Now the heart chakra motor is kicking in, and that's taking you up another gear. Now they're all synchronizing. So now there's a chain reaction and the feet chakras are activating, and there are little motors in there. It's more like the wheels. It's like the wheels turning in a car. Forward motion. Now I'm feeling the wings at the back of the heart. You've got forward motion and upward motion. So I feel like we're in silent elevation now, with still fully connected to the earth, but lifted in frequency. It feels very still and quiet, peaceful and loving. Throat chakra is activating. You have a higher perspective. From this place, you can see the horizon very clearly. There are no clouds in the way. It's very clear. You can feel the base really anchored into the earth. Okay, your solar plexus is also, can feel that connected into the earth, through the base, and all the upper chakras aligned to the heavens, and a huge expansion now through the heart, really huge expansion. The body feels very safe and solid. In this place, nothing feels out of place, nothing feels wrong, everything feels balanced and centered, peaceful and bright and alive and joyful. Yeah, there we go. That's all anchoring now through the midline. Yeah. And that's it. So that was a quite long one today. So it feels like we're really bringing through a lot of codes that Delphia and I have been working with this week. And of course that are also available in the collective at the moment through the astrology, the astrological aspects and things like that are highlighting them. And the 1111 portal was a really big shift yesterday. So do be very gentle with yourselves and really listen to your senses, to what your own needs are, and give yourself what you need to be able to make this really big transition. If you see these things coming up in your life, just bring your conscious awareness to them, bring your love to them, understand that they're coming up for you to be aware of, so that you can make this shift, so that you can surrender them to enable yourself to move higher on your path. Drink a lot of water, rest when you need to. Blessings, everybody.